Happy Love Day, everybody, for those that are interested in it. Me and Em were talking about it. It's like the over commercialization of the day. Yeah, it's fun to, like, some people take it seriously, but when companies they look to capitalize, make money from it in some sort of like way, shape, or form, like Kabam. Kabam is one of those particular companies. This is an annoying thing. Of course, it's annoying for free to play because they're not able to access some of these type of revives, which essentially increase the coverage of stash. Free to play have a problem as it is, when it comes to stash management of things like revive and most other content pieces, you are having to save up a vast amount of revives and health potions, but unfortunately, that draws a line of what is accessible. For most free-to-play players, they can only really access level 1, level 2, and level 3 revives, depending on deals. And yes, to a degree, there may be some stuff that pops up from level 4, level 5, but it's very, very rare, and the opportunity to pick it up is few and far between. So stash management is key. However, though, if you're willing to spend a little bit of money, you're able to grab yourself some of these special types of revives. A lot of I've seen there's content creators that buy this stuff and it's kind of like added into the fray of their rotation, because you've got romance revives, which revive 50%. That's nice to have them as a part. That's just extra to level 2 or level 3 in this particular case, I think those. We've also got greater love juice. I think we've got standard love juice as well. So there's those as well you can put into stash. Look, do I endorse any of this? I can't, but they're kind of like, with all kind of seriousness, I really can't endorse it. But as I said, if you're looking for stuff that you're looking to add into, say, I don't know, extra revives, then maybe, but it's down to a personal preference how much you're willing to spend. But it just gets nuts if you kind of compare the fact that, ignore the $199 thing there, but look, it's really four people, you're going to purchase 4 times those deals. People spending $400, a hit on something like this. There will be people out there, each to their own with it, but I turned non-spending 2 years and 2 months ago, and like, it makes it harder to do certain things, but at least I can say to myself that I'm kind of rising to the challenge as much as possible. 100% Necropolis as a free-to-play player, so look, I've got to give myself some credit that I did that like that, and I think that's kind of like, it's good to give that kind of approach that, take inspiration from Brian Grant, and many other content creators that are free to play out there. But we must get to the seriousness things about what's dropping, or what's just dropped, really. Again, just a quick thing on the value of those particular deals. They're going to be eye in the beholder. Oh, and before we go anywhere, I've got to mention on the web store, there is a free, and this is the thing about free to play stuff. There is something for free to play. I don't know if people will kind of opt for, with the market, you probably, if you want to spend money and get something back, you may look to grab the bundles on the web store instead. The reason being, number one, you get market points. No, they're not brilliant, but there's something. Number one, you get market points. Number two, you get the items. And do you get bonus units? I don't think you do. No, you don't get any bonus units. But you do get revives. So that could save you to a degree, especially if you're like, okay, romance revives, 5 times romance revives is equivalent to, I don't know, 200 units saved in theory. And then with stuff like love juice, look, again, it's just down to, and I suppose the romance revives as well, so that's kind of like a further 100 plus a piece. That's an extra 500. So there could be about 700 units worth of value just then, as well as a 7-star for those that are Valiant, and of course it goes down the line depending where you're at into the game. So I think it's just down to a personal preference if you feel those are going to make a difference, and as well if you're looking to do some more meatier pieces of content, at least to say you've got 10 5 revives and then 5 team revives. So look at it from a value perspective of that. But in any case, sorry, I diverted away from something I wanted to talk about, but I wanted to feel like I addressed the value of all these. But look, Domino Selector for free. If you want a free Domino Selector, which we're going to do in right now, then go do that. A bit of a reminder. I do put out every week reminders on the following. The weekly web store Crystal, which is, well, I've already picked up, but that gives you the Legends Crystal. And of course, the daily crystal, which is important to grab as well, just because it adds extra stuff. You know, over a given month, instead of you getting 30, you pick up 60, or, you know, 29 times 2 this month, because obviously it was a leap year of February, but February's not really a short month. Okay, right, up again, free domino. Free domino selected. Now, I don't know to the extent of what you're able to... Why is it not picking up? I'm clicking it. Why? Why? It's broken. Okay. Well, I think it works. Refresh. Right, take 2. Yes, I've finally done it. This is going to be exciting news for me because a free domino. This is big news, ladies and gentlemen. This is big news. I have never been able to pick myself up a domino, and it's for free. So, thank you to Kabam for this. I've never been able to pick one up, and now I have picked up something I have never picked up before. Wow. Okay, brilliant. This is a champion I've been chasing for a long time. Never seemed to pull it. But this is fantastic news. I'm really happy about that. So thank you, Kabam, for kind of allowing us to have a domino. It does mean a lot more dominoes are thrusted into the game. Could we see a 7-star in the future? That would be very nice. So, as well, there's some other things that are dropped in, I believe have dropped into the store, which is the Love is a Battlegrounds section. Because we've got to go over this. There's a lot of interesting things with it. And how we assign any kind of great value. Again, if you're looking for an option to rank up, do it. Is this tier 4 alpha? So there's been tier 4 alpha. I'm probably going to have to do a separate video on how this is going to be important to kind of get to Valiant. You of course will need 2 times 2 the 28,500 in order to get 1 singular tier 4 alpha. And of course, over a length of time, this actually adds up and could be something that gets you to a certain position. Although I'm saying that this is actually, I'm speaking from a Valiant perspective, so I might have to ask for different types of bundles based on where you're at progression. So hold that thought, hold that opinion, because I need to make sure and ascertain everybody sees that before making, you know, advice on it. So maybe we'll do a separate kind of like go over in this. We're not getting the ISO one because, like, what's the point of getting any kind of like extra ISO? That's for free in game in various places. Although there's some people that are desperate for that. Would you be in, like, should I kind of advise picking up everything? Tough. I would say ascertain unit investment to things like, what is it? The Korean's challenges tomorrow before making decisions. And we got time to make said decisions as well. There's also a 6-star Relic Awakening Gem and 6-star Relic Innate Stones. So that's a new one right there to kind of check out. Interesting, spicy. So people might kind of like opt for that. 19, that's a bit of a weird number. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, Awakening a Relic. There you go. In 2024, we've now seen that. There might be some relics that players want to individually rank up, level up, and awaken up. So yeah, down to you what you're interested in. And that's always a Valiant specific. I should really read because it does say Valiant. Duh. Valiant, Valiant, Valiant. So it is gated there. But anything that for Paragon is not there. For players to act Paragon to get an opportunity to get up to say, or get tier 4 alpha, it's not there. Disappointing? Maybe. These particular ones here, these gems will target romance-based champions. Do I recommend them? If there's something that's in the romance line, champion-wise, that you want to go grab, then yes, maybe. But do bear in mind, like, it may be beneficial. Make sure it's to help you out with certain pieces of content. And don't make any hasty decisions. Be careful as well about using all your items, all your units now, and you might need them later on down the line. As I said, you know, we've got Karina's challenges dropping tomorrow, so be prepared for those units to be invested in other areas. But we'll try and do a separate video to kind of, like, I don't know, assess these a bit more and look at any kind of like opportunities right there to grab stuff, especially with, you know, 6-star relics now basically devalued off the face of the planet, and also relic rank up gems being a thing. And finally, if you're looking for options as to how to do this objective, fighter not a lover, I'll put a link in the description to the spreadsheet, but in a nutshell, my recommendation is going to special quests, going to Road to Labyrinth, which is here, quest chapter 1, quest 2, and right in there we're going to be then going and grabbing, I don't know, science champions, boom, and right there, use romance champions against romance champions, but essentially that's not really the point, because it's like, okay, well, use them against romance champions, science champions against romance champions, and in this particular quest, most of these ones right here, 5 of them are romance champions at 1 energy per piece. Essentially, you'll just need to run this 2 times, 10 energy spend total, and you've done it. I think that's right. But yeah, let's just double check that this is working. But this is where you need to go in order to smash this up. Let's have a quick look. And the answer is, yeah, okay, that ticks through nicely. And 5 energy to get up to Thor. And then, yeah, auto fight, lead an auto fight, and before you know it, you've absolutely smashed it. So that's been the video. Lots of things we had to cover. There's probably going to be a few more, or a couple more today about stuff, and then tomorrow we'll talk about some other elements of all this romance, all this kind of like commercialized, it's commercialized bollocks. Let's be brutally honest. But in any case, that's been a video. I thank you very much for watching. I'm auto-fighting and grabbing those little shardlets. And also, rifts are on at the moment. Go smash them out. Check out some other content located on screen. And have a lovely, loving day.